Everyone, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my March TBR. So definitely have a little bit of an ambitious TBR stack behind me, but I really want to try and read as much as I can this month because I really want to escape, just have a good time. And I think I have some really good books here that I think will be perfect for doing just that. So super excited about it. So why don't we just get into the books? Okay, the first book that I'm literally so freaking pumped to start is Rebel Witch. This is going to be my first read. I'm already just dying to get into this. I got this literally yesterday. I finished Heartless Hunter. Can I hold it up right? Heartless Hunter over the weekend. Might be one of my new favorite books. One of my new favorite worlds, really. I'm kind of so upset this is just a duology because I need more. I was literally obsessed with the world building of this. So I finished this Sunday. I drove myself to Barnes & Noble's as soon as it opened and I bought this bad boy. Literally kind of upset. I didn't know. I wasn't on this radar last year when the first book came out, but it got on my radar when Rebel Witch came out, which was like 2 weeks ago at this point. And I looked up what Heartless Hunter was and I was like, that sounds right up my alleyway. So going to barrel into Rebel Witch. I also got this cute, this cute like aspen tree bookmark. I thought it was so pretty and I've been wanting to get like a cute bookmark for myself. So that's what I got there. But yes, to give a little synopsis about Heartless Hunter, it's basically to give a little synopsis about Heartless Hunter because I don't want to give anything away about Rebel Witch. Basically, this is following a witch and a witch hunter. I believe Rune and Gideon, and Rune has kind of been hiding in society the fact that she is a witch, and she kind of has to start courting Gideon, who is this famous witch hunter, and everyone knows he has just been reining in the witches ever since this kind of rebellion took over, and people kind of have been killing witches, kind of like a Salem witch hunt type vibes is what's going on in here. But the tension between the two is just glorious. I say that this world is like if Bridgerton and the Salem witch trials kind of like combined into one, but in a better way of Salem witch trials, like just having like badass females who are taking control of their power. And I feel like that's just such a tension between this world, but it's also like we have balls and we're at the opera and there's gowns, and so I'm like, oh, I'm loving these like Regency era vibes, but there's witches and there's a magic system, and it's just, the vibes were immaculate in it. And definitely kind of saw the twist coming at the end, but like it's the best type of twist and I'm so intrigued to see how it goes, and so that's why I'm picking this one up immediately. Highly recommend. Well, hopefully this is good, but I've heard nothing but good things about this. So that's the first book on the list. The next books are actually 2 books in a series because the third book is coming out March 4th, which is literally this week as I'm filming it, which is tomorrow. And that is Legendborn and Bloodmarked. Again, one of the best series. The YA series in the past couple years have been killing the game. Legendborn, literally 5 stars when I read this. I think it came out in like 22, 23 at this point. Let's see. Oh my god, 2020. No. When did this book come out? Not me being like totally gagged. Oh my god, yeah. It says copyright 2020. I've blocked that out of my memory. However, this was such a bright light a couple years ago when this came out. I was obsessed, like obsessed. This world, this everything is just so completely immersive, and it's been a while since I've read it, and it's just everything. It's kind of like, if you love the stories of King Arthur and the Round Table and his knights and everything like that, you're gonna love this. And then you were introduced to a completely new world of ancestral like black magic, and I was just enamored with it. It was such an interesting take on it, and I'm literally cannot freaking wait to see how this world and these storylines continue on. Obviously the second book is Bloodmarked. I also, though, it's been forever and I feel like I've forgotten a little bit what's going on, and I just kind of want to completely throw myself back into this world. So that's what I'm going to do. My plan is to read both of them. They're kind of hefty books, so I am a little bit worried about getting through them. So I'm going to try and see if I can get the audiobooks, because I think that will help me push through, because I do really want to read the third one like with everyone else, but I'm giving myself some grace if I can't. I think I'm just giving also myself March to catch up with the series and then get it as it comes out March 4th, get the book in my hands, and then can finish the third book when I have time. But literally love it. Tracy Deonn's writing is so easy, so fluid, and so beautiful, and just like 5 stars for me. Some random days I just think about this world and I'm like, oh wow, crazy, literally obsessed. So I definitely feel like this March TBR is definitely a little bit ambitious, but we're just going to keep pushing through, with the next book being Heavenly Bodies. I've seen this book everywhere and everyone has been obsessing over it, especially in the romantasy world and the romantasy girlies. They are just going feral over this book, and I was like, okay, I have to get my hands on this book as well. So intrigued to see. I was debating between, I got Heartless Hunter and Heavenly Bodies at the same time, and I was choosing between two, and then I obviously chose Heartless Hunter first and became obsessed, so then Rebel Witch stopped going over this book, but I still want to get to this book in March. I believe this like centers around like, it's kind of an enemies to lovers. It's a slow burn romance, but she also takes kind of like Greek mythology and kind of like astrology and the signs and stars, and that's kind of the magic system that's within this world. So I'm already intrigued with that. So other than that, I really have no idea what the storyline is. I'm kind of definitely going in blind, and that's kind of how I want it to be going into this book, to see if it lives up to my hype or not. I kind of don't want to look at any more reviews or kind of the videos. I mean, the only videos I've seen of people reading this book, or they've just been like completely obsessed with it. So I'm like, I want to see what this is all about. I also just kind of love I love the feel of this book. Do you ever just like love the feels of like paperback books? I don't know, that's a thing, but it just feels good in my hand. So excited to. We'll see if I like this, but I'm feeling good vibes about it. So hopefully we can push through the other books. The other books are all YA. I don't believe this one is, so I feel like it helps having YA because it's so fast-paced, but I think this one should be fast-paced as well. So excited about this one. Okay, the next book, we'll see if it will actually be a book, because I also have my TBR jar that needs to be redone, and I'm going to create a separate video of kind of an organizational booktube, reorganizing my bookshelves, my office, and then redoing my TBR shelf, because I did this a couple years ago and I feel like I've had new books I've read, so I have to go through what's on this list and see. But just because my TBR is already getting kind of stacked and I'm traveling a lot in March, so I feel like it is going to be kind of hard literally just to get through the books that I've mentioned. But this book has literally been on my TBR forever, and I finally picked up a copy, and that is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Yes, I have not read this book, and this book is completely up my alley. Freaking romance, fairies, fairy tale lands. I just want to read fairy tales, and that's what this book is. I don't know, the third book just came out, and I'm just like, I need to read this series. It's not that big, so that's why I'm kind of tentatively putting this on my TBR. If I can get to it, I will get to it. But I also kind of want to have a random book to pick from here as well that might substitute if I can't get to this book, and just to, take down my TBR, because I mean, I don't think it will ever be taken down, let's be honest. I like buying books too much. So I thought it would be fun to pick one book from the TBR jar, see if we vibe with it. However, I am a mood reader, so if I'm not vibing with it now or when I pick to it, I do not let myself feel bad for doing it because that's just how I am as a reader. I would love to be able to just be like, you're reading this book now and read it, but I'm just not that girl. But without further ado, let's see what book we get. If it's a massive book, we're not even gonna attempt to do it. Okay, they're not color coded, they're not anything. I just cut up like little like scrapbook paper I had and I did it. Okay, you guys are gonna see it first. Oh my god, I don't have this book. This is Anastasia. I don't have this book. I could get it on Kindle, but I think I want another physical book. So we're gonna pick again because I don't have that book. That's so funny that I picked that. That's another book that's been on my TBR, but like not my physical TBR, and I don't know why it's in here if I don't have it. So, okay. Here's the other one. Here's the other one. You guys are gonna see it first. What is this? Okay, this says Lunar Love, which actually is just right here. This is a book of the month book. I had to hold off getting book of the month just because I moved and I was just getting other things and I haven't we haven't redone it yet, but I would love to get back onto the book of the month grind, but I just kind of needed to figure out my office space and everything. But you can see I have my book of the month space over here, and it's honestly, it's right here. That's so funny how I'm literally sitting right here and that came out. But this is Lunar Love by Lauren Kong Jensen. Lauren Kong Jensen. I believe that's how you say her name. I'll look it up. I mean, this is a cute, small, short romance book. This might be like good vibes. Like a good palette cleanser, if you will. Let's see what it is about. I kind of am forgetting. Okay, so this is about a girl who literally her family owns this Chinese matchmaking company that basically like matches people's Chinese zodiac signs together, all about that. But there is this new dating app that is kind of taking over her business, and of course, is owned by a handsome billionaire that now is kind of going to be her competition and all of this stuff. So that actually sounds super cute. I haven't really heard too many people talk about this book online, so I definitely want to pick it up more and see where it is. But I'm actually kind of excited, so we'll see if I can get to this book. This might be a good palette cleanser. It is still romance, but it's like contemporary romance, and I feel like that helps when you're in the middle of all fantasy worlds all the time, but that's how I want to live. So that's my book haul for you guys, my little March TBR. Let me know down in the comments if any of you have read any of these books. Let me know. I'm super excited about all of them, and I can't wait to document my journey reading all of them and seeing if we get any 5 stars out of them. But hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you guys soon in my next one.